All right, for some reason, every time I do a new episode, it's in the garage when we start another vlog. But right now, we are getting ready to head down to our new house in Pittsburgh, hence why there's tons of stuff everywhere. But we're making a pit stop in Pittsburgh for a few days, no pun intended, because I am playing Gary's House concert series for the fourth year as their finale show. It's my favorite show to end the year with. It's been a tradition. It's going to keep being a tradition. And right now, got a new merch bin. And as you can see, I'm starting to stack the new Knitting Blue shirts. And I think there's one Ultra shirt left, or two. But I'm stacking them up, putting the CDs in, and getting the merch bin ready for the road. Going to pack up the system here soon. We head out in the morning. All right. Shirts are done and organized in there. Next is to get the CDs, CD stands, markers and pens. We've got Knitting Blue, and of course we have Ultra, and we will be putting those in here with the room I have left. Then the famous binder, which has, we started grabbing the email list, and it's got my Venmo scan and pay thing for people who like to do that, and my price sheets. And then it will have the set list in it, and it will have the signed handwritten lyrics in it when I get them done, which will happen tomorrow while I'm at the house in Pittsburgh after the 7 or so hour drive. So let's get this packed up. All right, so it is like 7 hours later, but I've got all of the stuff we'll need for the show in Maryland in about 5 or 6 days. And I've got also a bunch of our moving boxes. Now, there's still room in the van, as you can see. I recommend having a van. This is awesome to have this much room. But I'm leaving room for the guitars because I don't leave the guitars overnight. Because if you do, not good to be left outside. It's not good for the wood on the instruments. So everything's in there. Make sure the trunk actually shuts. Nice. However, I think we are going to have some extra room. This is now a lot more empty. It doesn't look it, but I promise it is. This has just been our whole house basically sitting in here. However, we are almost done packing, I think. However, we're going to try to get a few more boxes if we can to. If not, I have a ton of guitars, and I need to fit them all somewhere. So hopefully I can fit more than a few in the van for the trip tomorrow morning. So till then, see you in the morning on our route, when we hit the road to Pittsburgh. All right, after about an hour and some change drive here, the van is full of guitars and boxes and sound systems and decorations and dishes. But just at the first rest stop here, gonna get a coffee and then get on the road again. It was really overcast, but it's starting, I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to get really blue out, and that's really nice to drive in clear skies. My wife will be heading down with my dog Navi once she wakes up this afternoon. She worked night shift last night, so we'll be reuniting in Pittsburgh. We'll unpack some stuff, and from there, we'll do some rehearsing. I might even shoot a video, first ever song played in the house. Maybe I'll upload it, so we'll see. But talk soon. All right, another couple hours down. We're back. All right. We made it back to the new house. We being you and I, because my wife is not here yet. But this is the first time you've seen the house. I love the doors. That's actually my favorite part of the house. But right now, I am walking through what is now our home here outside of Pittsburgh, PA. It's got so much warmth and coziness. I can't wait to make it our own. It's very empty at the moment. I'll give you an official walkthrough when we actually do stuff. We have a lot we want to do and paint. Again, the doors are my favorite part of this house. And the 5 fireplaces there are, because it's a very old home. And Pittsburgh's an old city, but it's a city full of history. It's really cool. And I've never been able to vote for a college team, even though I live near Syracuse. I was never really bought in because I wasn't a New York sports fan. I was always a Patriots fan growing up, and we're terrible. New England is terrible, but it was a good week because Pitt, I get to root for Pitt now, being only 25 minutes from the stadium, which is crazy. They won, they blew out Syracuse, and New England actually beat the Jets in a comeback, which was awesome. So I'm a happy sports fan this week, but I've got a lot of work to do here at the house. I've got a business call here in a few minutes and then I'll take you around the house and we'll work on maybe shooting the first video in what will be the studio 2 stories up. This is just one portion of the Oakmont Bakery. This goes all the way down to the end of the building. All right, I'm doing this for the vlog. And we just stopped in for breakfast, my wife and I. We didn't know where we were going, but we were starving. We have no food in our house. Oakmont Bakery. The bakery, we got some pastries. It's the size of like a Walmart. And you go in and it's pastries, cakes, bagels, everything, wall to wall in there. That is the craziest bakery I've ever seen. It's literally like Disney World for pastries. Oh, and look who's in here. Navi. All right, so it is officially the third day I've been in Pennsylvania. We're back here in Pittsburgh, and my wife just left. She's going home because we're still in the middle of moving. She's still working up north. So I'm gonna take a walk really quick up the stairs, and I'm sure Navi might follow us. Probably. I was right. But I'm gonna walk you up to what will be the studio. It's on the 3rd floor, so now we're on the 2nd floor. We're gonna come up to the attic. This is what will be the studio. So the entire attic of this house is actually finished with these beautiful hardwood floors. And it's a full finished attic. And I can't tell if you can tell the size of it. There's some random stuff laying around, including lightsabers. Get the important things. So this here, the road is that way. So what we're gonna do here is run a curtain from that corner to right here. And we're gonna have that be the game room, collectible stuff, place to play games together and have company. But then this side is gonna be the home studio. So I've gotta get a new desk set up, new studio monitors, get all the guitars and amps and stuff. I'm excited to write and create a lot of cool music in here. So sorry if I'm breathing heavy, I just carried in more boxes and carried and hauled them upstairs. But I'm excited, just carried all this stuff up. It's gonna be cool. So this wallpaper's gotta go though. Not a big fan of the wallpaper. Look at it. He's here. Anyway, now I'm gonna run to the store, get some stuff done. I know I'm rocking my own merch and that's super cheesy, but we get the new knitting blue shirts in for the show in Maryland at Gary's house. So I hope a bunch of people pick up some new shirts, and there are like 2 left of the Somewhere Else tour shirts. So they're kind of a rare item now. So if you're at the show, you better pick them up. All right, good morning, everybody. So it's my last day in Pittsburgh today. It's coffee. I already had one, but I don't have any ice. The ice maker isn't working for some reason. That needs to be fixed. So we're doing regular espresso this morning, but this is the last day in Pittsburgh for me. Natalie went home up north cause she had work. So it's me and Navi here at the home base in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna I have to get a few things done today. So the few things I'm getting done today are, I've got to get the song lyrics done. I do handwritten lyrics at all the shows, as you all know. And I have to get some practicing done of the set list. I have some friends coming a really long way, driving like 8-9 hours, because Gary's house is a special show. It's a tradition, and they really wanted to be there, so that's great. But we're going to practice that, get the set list done, do the handwritten lyrics, and I had a couple of other things that I had to do, but I don't necessarily remember them. So I'm gonna get to the gym at some point. I've got to find the gym, the local gym, and we'll see how it goes from there. But first, coffee, and again, it's my second round of espresso, and get some practicing done. Get some practicing done on the set list, and I'm also working on a couple of new song ideas. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. All right, vlog. 3.5 hour drive to Maryland, done from Pittsburgh here to Woodbine. We have arrived at Gary's house for tomorrow's show. about to unload the van and get stuff set up. And the entire 3 hours I spent on the phone with my dad and a couple of other work calls to get ready for the potential of a big show next year that I think I brought up here on Patreon, but more details to come if we're going to be able to do it. I've got to keep doing my homework. It's going to be an expensive night to put on, but it could be an amazing production. Just got to see if we can get some sponsors and some other things coordinated, but my dad and I are working on it now, so see what happens. All right, so I'm here with our host. This is Gary.
Eating.
And we just came out here for pho. What is this place called?
Lucky.
Yeah. It's delicious. It's an amazing bowl of pho, and I'm absolutely stuffed. So thank you so much for tuning into the vlog. We got the show tomorrow. I don't know how I got roped into this, but these two are professional, like, ping pongers here at Gary's house. This is intense. This is very intense. All right, vlog, we're here. And there's a robot here I'm playing ping pong against. And now I hate to say it. Oh, no. I'm pretty good here. Ah! I'm still, what's that, 4 for 5? Oh, I've got it. Oh! All right, good morning, everybody. We are at Gary's house concert now, and my dad and mom are away. A bit of a family emergency going on, so my dad and mom weren't able to come to the show. That's usually tradition. Everything's all right, but however, we're here in the beautiful kind of atrium room of Gary's house where the show will take place. People always sit all along this area, and I play against this wall. It's a beautiful home for a show. And right now, we got the new system, the new LD system, which has been great for the house shows. We've been running our bigger PA for a long time, but it's really heavy and hard to do with just myself. And it's kind of clunky and hard to haul into smaller rooms, or at least smaller areas for the system itself. So got the LD system set up. Sounds great. I'm currently running all the cables and stuff. We've got the makeshift soundboard table on top of this beautiful piano, and we're making it work. So it's almost time for sound check. I'll let you know how it goes. People will be getting here around 5 or 6. I'm very excited about it. We usually do a hangout for about an hour and then do the show. All right, so sound check is now complete. Everything is sounding good and great. The merch table over here is almost all the way set up. We've got the email list ready to go, the Venmo and PayPal scanner, the Knitting Blue and Outer Bay CDs, t-shirt storage down below, Knitting Blue t-shirts on display, and then I've got to do the handwritten lyrics and the message from me signed right now, and then I'm going to write up the set list and have that signed, and we'll be ready for a great night. We've got all the spare stuff tucked away in the office, and we're ready for an awesome house concert here at Gary's House Concert Series Year 4. Time for a pick-me-up. All right, so they're watching a show, so sorry if you can hear the TV, but I'm sat here at this little entry table. I'm gonna do my handwritten lyrics and my set list, sign both of them, and get them ready for tonight. The handwritten lyrics will be sold over at the merch table, and the set list will be given to the hosts and signed and dated, as I always do, as tradition at the house shows. So, see how it goes. I think today's handwritten lyrics are gonna be, obviously, Stockholm on the Way, because it came out yesterday, which is crazy because I woke up and it already has well over 1,000 streams in a day. So thank you so much for that. Let's get these lyrics done. All right. Lyrics and message done for Stockholm on the Way. All right, after a couple hours rest, quick shower, and we're dressed. Got to go get my other shoes out of the van. But folks will be arriving here within an hour or so. We're excited. Nick and Emma, who are both patrons, coming all the way from Maine to Maryland. It's like a 9-hour drive. I'm stepping on so many pine needles right now. It's not even funny. But I'm very excited to see them, to play for them. Emma had a specific request of Airport Song, and joke's on her, because I was playing that regardless, because it's actually my favorite song to play. I've got the cough drops are in regular rotation as usual. This time of year, I get bad allergies, and right now, kind of golden hour right now. It's beautiful, but I do get bad allergies, and that can affect my throat sometimes. However, keep cough drops in the van at all times, especially on tour. And now we get ready to play the show. So everything's set. Everything looks good. Got my shoes. Time to practice a little bit, warm up my hands before people arrive. All right, we're just before people starting to arrive, and this is Gary's favorite spot in the house. So obviously this is the beautiful music area. There's Gary. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So here we go, right here. This is the bar, but he's got all of these wild sort of lit up antique slot machine, candy crane, phone booth, this really beautiful bar. He's got an old-fashioned arcade machine, and last time I lost quite a bit of time playing Galaga on said machine, but he's got all sorts of cool stuff in here. So I really do. I get why it's his favorite spot. We should do some sessions behind the bar where we film some video, just acoustic unplugged in that stool, and make it a thing. Maybe we'll do that sometime soon. Gary's House Concert Series, Woodbine, Maryland, year 4. How do we feel? All right, Gary's House, year 4 is done. As you saw just now in the clip, the crowd was again amazing. The full house, everyone's so kind and gracious in Woodbine, Maryland. The first couple of days of Stockholm on the Way being out has been amazing, amazing, amazing. And now it's time for breakfast with our patron friends, Nick and Emma. Great friends of mine, came all the way from Maine to see the show. And we get ready for our Florida run next week. But until then, breakfast, and then back to Pittsburgh. I've got to move from New York to Pittsburgh still, and then we'll go. See you soon. All right, before I officially sign off, one more thing. While in Maryland, playing in Woodbine, last year I got to stop in here before heading to Reading, Pennsylvania with my friend RJ to take him on a trip. But this year, I'm with Nick and Emma, who are patrons, and they came all the way from Maryland to watch the show. And if you have never been to the Toy Exchange in wherever this town is called, I don't know, it's just outside of Woodbine. It's crazy. They have 1 million vintage toys, including Star Wars. In we go. All right, everyone, I'm officially back at the house in Pittsburgh. It was a long few days, a really great few days. Awesome show at Gary's house, year 4. Now, I went and picked up Navi. She's back home, and from here, it's just get this vlog edited and out for you all on Patreon, and start working towards the shows here in Florida in a couple weeks, while also finishing the move to Pittsburgh. So it's going to be a very busy couple of weeks. This month, end of October through the end of November, is going to be a busy one. A lot of travel, a lot of moving, and a lot of work. But we're here. Thanks so much for your support. God bless. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. And as always, may the force be with you. See you next time.